When I'm really stressed, I would rather cook than do anything else. I would go home, tell my wife, excuse me from the kitchen, let me make your meal. So that's how it started. The passion about cooking, the passion about food. I don't follow any ingredients, any recipes. I follow my taste buds. My name is Hamza, Parwez. I was born in Ganjoni, to be more precise. Schooled in Mombasa till secondary education. Then I went to Moi University for higher education. I did my electrical, then specialized in controls and instrumentation in Jomo Kenyatta University. At a very young age, my dad gave us a lot of opportunities to be with him in the business. So we never wasted time. From school to home. During holidays, we were at the workshop. My dad has done refrigeration and air conditioning for the past 40 years. He was the pioneer of air conditioning and refrigeration in Mombasa. So he gave us this opportunity during holidays. We used to be with him. I started doing my accounts, paying salaries, talking to clients at a very young age, very young age. I think if I can remember, when I was 9 years old, I was transacting basically with the clients. Red capsicum. So that entrepreneurial skill has been inbuilt in us since we were young kids. Eventually, after completion of my higher education, I worked for 1 year. It was not satisfying. My full efforts were not utilized properly. My first and only job, I resigned after like a year and a half. It's not about money, salary, cars, all the facilities the companies give you. It's about what you want to do for yourself. You start with the squid. So I ended up starting Snowtech, my first venture, with basically nothing but a support, mainly the moral support from my father. And I had built supplier relationship in my previous job. So I ended up being an entrepreneur since then. These are the rings. Calamari rings. So we are going to cook stir-fry calamari. We had a small bakery. My wife used to run. And she was also passionate about cooking and baking and being an entrepreneur herself. She's a qualified student from Moi University in management. She was working with, initially she was working with the government in tours and travels. So she had that hospitality in her. She worked for a while, then family responsibilities. Then one day she started baking at home and amazing, baking product, pastries and cakes and all that. So we decided, let's start a business. So we started a bakery. From the bakery now, where I came in was the passion of cooking. So that's how it started. The passion about cooking, the passion about food. I don't follow any ingredients, any recipes. I follow my taste buds. Karai is a limited company. It's a partnership between me and my wife. Started like 6 months, 7 months back. Karai, because Swahili and the Indian culture, in their cooking and in their food preparation, they use a karai and a scoop known as muiko. Both cultures use karai for their food. Yes, that's why they came the name karai. And then the hashtag before the karai was now the nowadays trend. Everything is hashtag. So we came up with hashtag karai. Alhamdulillah, people love the ambience around. People love the name, and people have started knowing basically our cuisines. Our specialized cuisines, our specialized menu, and and we specialize basically in seafood. Me and my wife, we are friends. So that aspect of friendship, means a lot in a relationship. And we are both professional. So I said, I invest in the company, you run the business. Since she left her formal job, and you have your time, you can plan your day well. It's not nothing like 8 to 5 job. Yeah, it can be more or less. Us doing business, of course, it brings us together. Yeah, instead of spending 8 hours a day, we are together for 24 hours. You end up knowing each other more, and you can trust your wife more than anybody else in the business.
Yes.
There's so many advantages, for a husband and wife to working together. As a family, during weekends, my kids are here. They see what's happening, and we have introduced for them a separate entity altogether, little chef. Kids love to cook. Today kids love to cook. So instead of at home, since we are not there most of the time, we are at work. So kids come here. They enjoy cooking. It's like a school, yeah. It's like a school. So they are taught from ingredients, from recipes, methodology, cooking, cleanliness, etiquettes, eating etiquettes, and so on. And when they are here, they see us, So I think it carries a lot of weight. The first day basically was an opening day, so we had a big crowd, and we thought that would be every day, but that is not the way the business is. Today you get a crowd, tomorrow you don't get a crowd. A lot of challenges. The first day was business. The first day of business was pretty down. Basically what I got and whom I got were just friends, just friends, maybe 3-4 tables. We have professional chefs who have experience in Indian cuisine for the past 20 years, and we have the Swahili chef also, all the way from Lamu. He knows all the Swahili cuisines. Recipe done by Hamza. Capital is a big issue in startups. But as I said, I was not a startup. And when I started even my first business, I was a no loan person, because that thing has been instilled from Islamic principles and from our parents, because of riba issue, which is not a blessing basically, it's a downfall. Since I had created a lot of connections, people trusted me. Trust is very important with your suppliers. They trusted me with minimal capital. I got a lot of products on consignment basis. That's my electronic business. So that's where I came up slowly. And as an entrepreneur, you have to be aggressive. You have to go around. You have to look for business. So alhamdulillah, after all, hard work pays. So Snowtech has grown. So with that little capital, Snowtech is not the company. And then I opened another company, a garage. I have a garage. My car care is my second company. My third company is Wiznet Communications. I'm into communications. The other company, I'm into agriculture also. So for capital was not an issue initially for the restaurants. So for growth, always, if a business is a good model, then your friends will be willing to even invest with you. Location, this was my electronic firm first here, Then I was looking for a place near my business so that I can keep an eye on the business. So I saw a vacancy next door. I took that place. I said, let me make this a dream restaurant which I've been dreaming about. So you can see the interior here. It's all me and my wife who have done that. All the interior, the designing. But those who love food and they want to get the authenticity of the Swahili and the Indian cuisine, they have to spend some money for it. We don't compromise in our quality, neither in the quantity. So our price is reasonable. I cannot say it's very high, I cannot say it's very low. It's reasonable. The food around, or the foods in our menu, are really authentic. And we make sure the authenticity of those products are kept the way we have described in the menus. For example, our juices don't have sugar, they don't have water. Freshly squeezed apple juices, orange juices, name it. Those juices which can be made without anything, any additives, we serve them without any additives. Our fish, it's not processed fish, we get fresh from Lamu. The mutton and the beef, every day we get fresh, it's hardly frozen. So the quality, as I said before, matters a lot. Currently our best marketing platform is word of mouth and social media. Social media is very important today, in today's world, and you can target a lot of population basically. And there's an option of target marketing. So the food lovers, the seafood lovers, the barbecue lovers, the Swahili lovers, you can target that very easily through social media. Your word of mouth is one customer to another. So once you eat a meal here, of course, you will you will comment on social media and even tell a friend, go try this new place. And when he comes, with time, it's been 8 months now we're in business, and alhamdulillah, it's grown. Earning a client and making him very loyal is very important. I believe in a return client or comeback client more than a client who comes and goes. You would not know his feedback. But a client who comes and comes again the next time, it's very important. And I've got, alhamdulillah, very many good feedbacks. A colleague of mine was somewhere and he mentioned about our restaurant. And fortunately, this guy also owned restaurants in town. And he said, I'm coming for dinner. He came for dinner. He ordered Hamza's prawns. He asked, who makes Hamza's prawns? So my name is Hamza. So he said, I'm the one, let me make for you. So alhamdulillah, I made for him. And he was like, wow, I've never tasted such prawns. He's a chef. And a chef telling you your food is good. Well, there was a lot of motivation and morale. So these are the small things which keep the business grow, and go on, and motivates as a person, as an entrepreneur. The negative feedbacks are equally important, so that if there are no negative feedback, there is no improvement. You not know where your setbacks are, but the negative feedbacks are the ones. A friend of mine, he's a food lover. He only eats at the restaurants. A couple of times I used to invite him. He comes here. Every day, there is negative. So those negatives really help me actually to perfect. Now he says, yeah, your food is good.
أفكارها فبدات بأجمل حلتي واليوم يا فخري فحين تخرجت قد خلفت بالذكر أطيب سمعتي حفظت كلام الله بين فؤادي.
One of our main unique ideas is the Little Chef concept, which in Kenya, it's not there. Kids struggle. Kids go to the restaurants, instead of learning something, they just jump around. And they don't, it's just energy. The Little Chef idea came from my wife, frankly speaking. We thought, let's make a small kitchen for the kids. When they come as a family, they have their own place, a colorful place where they can make their own meal with proper procedures. They learn something, they appreciate what they've cooked. I think spending Why does somebody go to a restaurant? It's not about food only. It's about spending time. You know, when you are with your wife and the kids are there, so the kids have their own space also. They end up cooking their own meal. They end up eating their own meal, cleaning up the place. So it's learning process also for them, and for the parents is a chill out time for them, for themselves also. Today's kids love cooking. It's not like before. So when a kid comes here, it's a small recipe like a pancake, or a queen, very small recipe, but cooking himself, it's an achievement. Yes, from nothing I've made something. That's manufacturing. The most important thing a kid learns from cooking or cookery classes or cookery lessons is discipline. It's very important. As a kid, discipline is very important. The top 3 skills for a successful business, as per me, is honesty. You have to be passionate about that thing you are doing, and you have to be very creative. Number 1 in hospitality industry is cleanliness. Staff is one of the most important things in any business. You have to treat them well. You have to give them respect, and you have to give them bonuses when they do a good job. Incentives is very important in any form. They should be appreciated. So my staff, I treat them like friends. Respect is there, but friendship is very important. It's not like, hey, boss is coming, let's do these things nicely. No, even if I'm not around, they will do the job. Time management is very important. It's very important. If you manage your time well, then you will have plenty of time during the day. No time wastages. You plan your day in the morning. You come, I'm going here, today I'm doing this. Resource management, it's another very crucial aspect in any business. If you cannot manage your resources, then the business will go down. I run a couple of businesses, and you should not mix resources. Resources for a specific business should be for a specific business, and we try to distribute resources the way they're supposed to. The help of budgeting and all that. Every Muslim has to do dawah. It's a must. It's wajib upon every Muslim to do dawah. Dawah is not necessarily going out. The way you live with your employees is dawah. You never miss your prayers is dawah. The way you interact with your clients, the way you interact with your wife, everything, every day, every step is dawah. Somebody saying, yeah, this guy, is with his employees very nice. So why is he like that? It's all Islam and the background our dad has given us. It's not difficult to balance dawah and business. Prayer time is prayer time. At times, yes, we delay our prayers, but we try our best. As an entrepreneur, ups and downs are there in any business, but you always look what you are getting back when you do something. As an entrepreneur, which keeps me going or keeps an entrepreneur going, are the benefits, the returns you get when you get after you do a good deal or you do good business. Business is a sine wave. Ups and downs will be there, but the good times should show you, yes, you have targets you're supposed to fulfill. So unless you reach those targets, then you're supposed to work towards those targets. Biggest challenge in any entrepreneur or halal entrepreneur is finance. But as I said again, if a business model is good, then anybody, any investor will be willing to invest with you. Success. It's a very wide aspect, of life actually. Very crucial. It depends how you take success as. Is it monetary wise? It is the satisfaction you are getting? Is it you are helping somebody? It entirely depends on an individual. For me, success is, yes, you want to make money, but to use that money in the right way also. So until you have reached there, you have to give back to the society also. If I was to start over again, something happens, the place closes down, financial crisis. If you close down, of course, if you love that idea, why not? You can start again. And I've also started. I closed down a restaurant, I opened another restaurant. I don't fear any business. You leave it on Allah, tawakkaltu ala Allah. You have an idea, you work for it, and Allah blesses that idea. If it doesn't bless, there's a good thing in that also. Word of mouth. Your qawl, your word, your promise is very important in business. When you promise somebody something, fulfill that promise. And that has really taught me throughout my entrepreneurial life. My biggest inspiration is my dad. He taught us how to be honest, hardworking, and he's a role model. When there are setbacks in your life, he's the first person I would call, either financially, morally, As a parent, you have to, put your kids straight. Giving up is not in me. I don't give up. Inshallah, in the next 5 years, God willing, and God give us life, then we expect to see 5 to 10 karais in Nairobi. Young people out there, nothing is difficult, provided you're honest, you're hardworking, and you have a passion about something. Go for it. Start. When I'm really stressed, I would rather cook than do anything else. I would go home, tell my wife, excuse me from the kitchen, let me make your meal. So that's how it started. The passion about cooking, the passion about food. I don't follow any ingredients, any recipes. I follow my taste buds.
kufunga saumu faradhi na suna walipa umuhimu nalo kushikana.
Kufunga saumu faradhi na sunna walipa umuhimu nalo kushikana.